Hello there. Welcome back to As Told by Star. Today I am super happy, super excited because I get to share something wonderful with you. I've been talking about this for a long time. I've been writing about it. I've been dreaming about it. And now I'm finally able to do it. Yes! Okay, I have a story that I've written. It's called Forgotten Dish. Please keep in mind, my work is copyright protected. Don't use my work, y'all, in whole or in part without my express written consent. Now that disclaimer is out of the way, let me share with y'all. This story is one that I really love. I wrote this quite a few years ago, and I haven't really done a lot of visiting it, but it's a great story, and I want to share it with you. Okay, the story is called Forgotten Dish. This was not an easy day to forget. It is a day that replays in my mind almost in slow motion. It was the day that I learned to find value in myself as a woman who has survived turmoil that should have left me emotionally, spiritually, and physically dead. I was beginning my dinner time ritual. Now, dinner was always my favorite meal of the day. That was the meal that brought us all together. My grandparents raised me, so as a young child, I learned the importance of sitting at the table and enjoying a meal together as a family. On this day, I was cooking my children's favorite meal, Southern fried chicken with collard greens, macaroni and cheese, hot water cornbread, ice cold sweet tea because we are from the South and that's what we do, and a beautiful peach cobbler for dessert. I stood in the kitchen looking through the window at my two handsome boys. They were so happy being outside in nature. The house we were living in was situated on several acres. The boys were coming back from another of their discoveries. I watched them walking towards the house. Their little faces were sweaty and their cheeks were flushed, but they didn't seem to mind. The boys stopped for a moment. I saw them talking to one another. Of course, they were so far away that I couldn't tell what they were saying. I continued to wash and pick my collard greens and left them to themselves. I had just finished seasoning my chicken when the boys came through the door. Mom, you got to see this, exclaimed Alex. Yeah, Mom, this is incredible, added Rocky. What do I need to see, boys? I asked. I really hoped they would just tell me what they had discovered. There had been a shower the day before, and the ground was still a bit soft. I was not looking forward to going outside, but the boys insisted. Mom, you are going to love this. It's really beautiful, continued Alex. I looked at my babies. They truly were my pride and joy. No matter what I had to overcome, I knew without a doubt in my mind that as long as I had them, I could survive it all. I looked down at my feet. My fresh pedicure would probably get a bit muddy, but how could I say no to those beautiful faces? Alex had the chubbiest cheeks, and Rocky had the biggest, most beautiful brown eyes. They won me over every time. I reduced the heat on my collards, slipped on my flip-flops, and headed out the door behind my boys. We went through the backyard to the horse pasture. I hadn't climbed through a barbed wire fence in years, but the boys were pros at it. They put their little feet on the bottom wire and held the top wire up as high as their little arms could go. Miraculously, I fit through the wires. We walked through the pasture, navigating around horse manure and bull nettle plants until we reached a flattened area. The rain had unearthed what looked like half-charred boards. The boys dug around with their sticks until they unearthed 4 white porcelain coffee cups. They were covered in dirt. One of the cups even had a worm living inside it. See, Mom, I told you they were beautiful, boasted Alex. And we found it, cheered Rocky. Wow, they are very nice, I confirmed. Can we keep them, Mom? The boys pleaded. I agreed, and we began the small trek back to the house. Once inside, I filled a bucket with hot water and added dish detergent and bleach. I allowed the cups to soak while the boys washed the remnants of their journey away from their bodies, and I finished cooking dinner. Finally, the meal was complete. The boys came to the table. They were happy to see their favorite foods. During dinner, we discussed the day. The boys told me about their journey into the woods. They had seen stray dogs, put sticks in what they call quicksand, and found their way back home even though they thought they were surely lost. The main course had been enjoyed, and it was time for dessert. "Mom," Rocky said, looking up at me, "can we eat out of our new dishes?" "Yeah, Mom, can we?" asked Alex. I looked over at the bucket, then back at my boys. They were so proud of their discovery. I had put so much love and effort into preparing the meal for my sons. I wanted to serve their peach cobbler in a beautiful bowl, not some former worm house. "They should be clean now," Alex continued. I did not want to let them down. "Sure, sweethearts. Let me wash them one more time and I will bring you some dessert." The boys looked at one another. They were so excited. Their little feet were swinging beneath the table. I brought dessert to the table where we finished our meal. I told the boys how proud I was of them. They had found new purpose for those once forgotten dishes. After putting the boys to bed, I could not stop thinking about those dishes. For some reason, the dishes reminded me of myself. You see, for years, I had lived with anxiety and low self-esteem. I sank into the equivalent of a lonely, self-imposed mud pit. Just as my boys saw worth in those cups, God saw worth in me. He found me when I was lost and forgotten. He pulled me from a filthy lifestyle. He even removed the worms of guilt, shame, depression, and low self-esteem that lived within me. God washed me with His love, soaked me in His goodness, and was now using me to serve His children. Wow, I had not looked at that story since 2004. And I guess it kind of brings back a lot of memories and a lot of thoughts about how things were at that time in my life. It makes me feel super grateful right now for where I am today and for all that's happened in my life. I appreciate every trial, every situation, every moment. I appreciate it because it made me star. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, please put them in the comments section. If you have not already subscribed, please do so. And what is taking you so long? All right, I will see you guys back here next week. I hope you have a beautiful day.